Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have a pretty awesome pull-up chin-up bar, and I'm actually going to be mounting it on a joist underneath my one attic space I have in the studio slash garage. Just to let you know, it is a single beam mounting, or if you have like a joist type area that you can mount it to, it's going to be a 2x10 I'm using. You can mount it to a 4x4 or a 6x6 beam. If you are going to mount it to a wall that has drywall, there's a little configuration that you have to do. Since I'll show you in a quick second. If you have a drywall situation that you need to mount it to, you will need to get like a 2x10 or a 2x8, I think is probably about the minimum piece of wood. Have it span your 6x6 on center, 2x4s, and then you can, mount it to the 2x10, 2x8, and then mount that to against your sheetrock wall into your 2x4s. But again, remember, you're putting your body weight on it, and depending on where you are, I'm like 220. If you're heavier or lighter, you're still putting a lot of torque on this thing. This will work ideally with a single beam, 4x4 or 6x6 post, or like in my case, like a wood joist, something that you can mount it to directly. If you have a cement wall, it does come with cement anchors and wood screws. The cement anchors, you can mount it in. It'll tell you specifics on that, cinder block and stuff like that. I'm not specifically sure. That's not my realm of comfort. I'm more of a wood guy, so I can kind of like, work with that and figure that out. Just to kind of give you some quick tips and trips. Anyway, let's open up, see what we get. So inside, you can see right away, you have this mounting bar. I've actually had this out and I was examining it. I think in a lot of pictures it shows mounted this way. The correct orientation is actually this way, because this bottom is your support, because you're putting all the weight down on this. That weight will get transferred, just like an arch, transferred to this bottom piece. It does have 6 holes. Absolutely make sure that you are mounting all 6 screws into those holes. That is, first and foremost. You want the most safety possible. You don't want to be in the middle of a workout and then have, this thing kind of like pull out of the wall. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that is that. So you get a couple of sets of different bolts. This is the M86, M8 times 6 bolts. This is what is used to mount the bar to, I guess itself, to the bar to the mount, I guess is what you want. These are your wood screws. They're about 2 inches long, so it will go through like a joist completely all the way through the other side. If you got double joist like I do, that's ideal. Just kind of give you a heads up on that. These are your cement mounting screws. So they basically, it's an expansion screw, so if you're drilling into like a cement wall or something, this will expand behind it, and that will act as your screws for mounting there. And then we have your bar. Anyway, so that is everything that's in the box, safe and secure. Anyhow, let's get into mounting this, and I will show you exactly how I'm going to do it through a wood joist and everything, so you can mount it and use it safely. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is my attic area, and I basically, like I said, this is the outer beam, and it is 2x10, and it is, I have 2 of them stacked up, so it's about 3 inches thick. So these bolts that we have, it's not going to go all the way through on mine, but if you only had a single joist that you're drilling through, with some certainty it would go through to the other side. Just keep that in mind. And so I'm going to basically mount it again. This is how I'm mounting it. And I'm going to center it up on my joist. And I'm going to put it at the highest point just so I have the most floor level clearance possible. And then I'm basically going to drill in these bolts right into the joist itself. And I'm going to use a, basically kind of like an impact gun. So that's going to be what you're using. And that is a 12mm head that you have on top of that. So let's get drilling.
Motion detected at the front door. Motion detected at the side.
Okay, as I started drilling, I realized that it's really loud, so I got myself some hearing protection and also a level, because we want to make sure that we have this as level as we can. So let's just finish drilling this in a little bit further. All right, now that we got it signed, I don't have it super tight, so we can put a level on it, and we want to make sure that we keep it as level as possible. So that's pretty level. So this bar goes in this way, and it basically just slides on, and then we can just line up our bolts. And tighten these down with like a wrench or a socket. And it's got two washers on either end. So I'll do the cross one first. Goes in nice and easy. And the head on this is a 14 and the nut is a 13, just so you know. And this other one we'll put in the top part. Let's tighten this down. Okay, make sure it's snug, because you don't want this coming loose on you, for sure. Okay. Slide these handles off the ends. And again, pretty cool because you have your lat pulled down here. You got your hand to test your grip strength. You have all sorts of different grips here. And then you can put on some of like your different elastic bands and stuff. But Brian from Garage Hall, thanks for watching and be safe out there.